It's Friend of a Friend City. I'm Heather, and I'm here to meet some friends of friends. And welcome back to Friend of a Friend City, where I get to meet some friends of friends from this big small town of Brisbane. Now, my first friend of a friend is a friend of my friend Louisa. Their name is Elizabeth Arden. Now, Elizabeth, Louisa said that you're a lip balm purist.
That is exactly right, Heather. I have big thoughts on lip balm, and don't let my name perceive you. I don't believe in... I'm not the same Elizabeth Arden that you may have heard of. I don't believe in any colour on the face. I believe in pure, uncoloured makeup. That's it.
So you'll have to inform me, the Elizabeth Arden makeup artist, owner?
I think it's a brand. And I assume that the Elizabeth Arden from the brand is a person. That's how it started. That's the story I tell myself as I rock off to sleep each night anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm a different Elizabeth Arden.
But you're a different Elizabeth Arden.
Yeah, different views, different feelings. Yeah.
So talk me through what are your views on lip balm?
Well, I just think that we all have such beautiful lips. Beautiful lips, beautiful faces. Why would we add something else to our faces when they're perfect already? But I do believe in adding moisture. Now, some people don't like that word. I've got to be careful with it. So sometimes I alternate and I say balm. So I do believe in adding a balm to the lips because comfort is key. But what you've got on your face, perfect. Perfect.
That's quite a positive view you've got there, Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here every day.
So you're spending a lot of time looking at people's lips, I assume.
I do. I actually do sometimes get in trouble for that because my eyes linger, but they linger in a very positive way. You know, I'm just making sure that are they moisturised enough? Do they need a bit of my homebrew moisturiser? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for.
Is that what you're offering people? Are you going up to them?
All the times. I've just got pockets full of balm. And look, it doesn't always stay in the containers. Sometimes the pockets are a bit squishy. But, you know, you've got to take risks for beauty, and that's what I'm doing.
I was going to say, your laundry must be a mess.
Oh, I go through a washing machine every 6 months. It really plugs up.
It clogs up.
It clogs up. And every now and then I will get a new pair of pants or something and obviously got to wash them, get the dyes out of it because colour purist. But then they come out of the wash having never been used or never been had a lip balm in the pockets before, pockets full of lip balm.
Pockets full. So you
from the washing machine. Like the washing machine is adding, it has that much gunk build up in it that it's like a recyclable lip balm machine.
You're pretty much you've nearly created an automated solution for just filling your pockets with lip balm.
Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned it. Patent pending because that's going to be my next venture.
It sounds like it's going to be a big venture. Now, I just got to go back slightly. You mentioned you buy clothes and you take all of the dye out.
Oh, immediately. Yeah, I really believe in that. So it just means washing them 7 to 8 times. It doesn't always get all the dye out, but enough that I feel that it could touch my skin and be okay. Yeah.
So you're not letting any coloured fabric. What colour are most of your clothes? Or what are you wearing today?
They tend to be like a... what's the word? I want to say canvas, but that's not the word.
Like
maybe
a Hessian bag or something
Hessian
like that.
bag. Thank you very much.
Egbert in the studio as well. Friend of friend. That's all right.
Lovely to have you here, Egbert. Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome.
I didn't even have to ask for help then.
No.
He just jumped straight in.
You know what? I'm here to help. It's the motto on the farm.
If you'd like to go into my pockets and get a balm, a little scoop of balm, you're welcome to.
I thought you wouldn't ask. All right. Yeah. There we go.
Egbert going for a big scoop.
Yeah.
That suits you.
Oh, thanks. I've actually been trying a bit of balm recently for the first time. My friend Marge came over and she gave me a tub, and I tell you what, my lips haven't been so moist in years.
Marge who?
Not chapped. Marge Cuthbert. You'd know her?
Yeah, the balm world's pretty small. I know Marge.
You have a bit of a... Is this a bit of a... I don't want to say enemy, but like a...
Look, I'm friends with everyone.
Okay.
And Marge has her positives, absolutely, but she is getting a little bit too comfortable in the balm scene, which is my scene.
This is yours. So you've taken Brisbane by balm.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have squelched into their hearts.
Absolutely scorched. I could hear you coming when you came over today.
That's exactly, yeah. From as soon as I open the car door, you can hear the squelch. Yeah.
It's a distinct sound, Elizabeth.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And I've just got to go back then to you really are against like the color of clothes, like dyes.
I am, yeah.
Where did that start?
Well, it started at the face, obviously. That's where my love of balm came in. And I just think people are perfect. And the beautiful colours that your face is, that's all the world needs to see.
Right.
And when I then look at someone that's, talking about what colour will suit them in their clothes, I just think, you're perfect.
So
and everyone needs to know they're perfect.
It kind of sounds like you're bearing down on nudism.
Oh.
But you're modest, though.
I am modest. Nude coloured tassels to cover certain areas is sort of my main game, I'd say, because I like the sound of a tassel, but I don't like the colours.
You like the sound of a tassel? I can't say I've really heard a tassel before.
Well, to be honest, it's hard with me because I'm so full of gunk, like all the balm.
It's all just a clogged up sort of...
Yeah, but if I have a new tassel, it does make for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes that kind of tasseling sound until it gets balmed up.
So then, just going back to lips again, are you getting up close and personal with a few lips?
I am. I have been asked to respect people's personal space a number of occasions, but my intentions are pure.
What was one of these occasions?
Well, for example, I was at the library the other day and someone was reading their newspaper and I thought, well, you're having a good old read. I'm going to have a good old look while your eyes are distracted. But then the newspaper kind of got in the way, so I sort of had to duck my head in between the newspaper and this kind reader. But he had some almost looked like grazing of the lip. They were that dry. And I just said immediately, I don't know who you are, but I'm about to change your life. And he said, excuse me, I'm reading. And then he made noise in a library, which is what you're not allowed to do. And it was a scene.
And did he get kicked out of the library?
We both did.
You both did?
We both did. But I had already managed to scoop a little bit of balm on his lips. I saw him about 4 days later and his lips looked good.
It sounds like you're keeping everyone safe.
Yeah.
What's in your homebrew?
My homebrew. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we've only just met, but I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Beeswax, one. And I do source the bees and their wax myself, so I am constantly swollen with stings.
Yep.
Then I get a little bit of coconut oil.
Okay.
And I mix that in to make it the perfect consistency. I won't tell you the ratio, though.
Do you source the coconuts yourself?
I do, yes. Yeah.
Challenging.
Yeah, and again, that's hard because when you're climbing up a coconut tree covered in bee stings, it's an uncomfortable rub. But again, I just lip balm the whole body and then I'm all right.
Oh, just the squelch up and down the tree.
The squelch up and down the tree.
Yeah, beautiful.
You got to make sure you got enough squelch on. And then I also tend to add like a little bit of lavender sometimes for a nighttime blend because I believe in relaxing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just the three ingredients
Yeah,
there.
that's all you need.
Yeah. In your magic ratio, obviously.
Yeah, which I'm sorry. I did share a lot, but I will not be sharing that.
I mean, you did share your patent pending lip balm
That was a
applicator before,
mistake,
so
yeah. I like you.
can't share too much.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
Thank
Don't worry
you.
about
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So, just tell me about your life in Brisbane. Is this your main job? Do you work anywhere else?
Well, I guess job is a bit of a loose term because it doesn't technically pay.
No.
I haven't actually successfully sold a huge number of these balms, often because they are I open my pockets to people and say, have a dip, see what you think.
It sounds more like you're a lip balm vigilante.
I would agree with that, yeah. It's a bit hard for the cape to show because it's constantly stuck to my back, so you don't often see it flying. But yeah, that's what I would call myself. I guess as a job, I would technically go with unemployed, but I have a lot of purpose.
Wow. Yeah, you do have that eggshell coloured cape just absolutely stuck to your back.
I do. And some people, unfortunately, they can't see or use their imagination to know that it is a flying cape that does make me a superhero vigilante. But I am.
And whereabouts are you living in this town of Brisbane?
Living is also a tricky one. No fixed address.
No fixed address.
I guess you could call it.
Yep.
But, when you're covered in balm, everywhere's comfortable. And that's what I'd say. I do frequent a lot of different places. I have a lot of friends that like me to stay on their couch, but then After one night, I do get asked to move along
I
because
was
going to
say that. Yeah. I thought they might realise the error of their ways having invited you in.
Yeah, it does turn into almost like a lip balm station, though. I take a perfectly good couch, and after I've laid on it for a little bit, they could just like brush themselves up against, like give the couch a kiss each morning, a little peck, little kiss, or if their lips are particularly dry, maybe going a little bit harder. You get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
Then they've got a like self-serving lip balm station in their lounge room.
Wow.
Some people don't like sitting in it after that, but their lips look incredible.
Absolutely chapless.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Chapless Brisbane is what I'm aiming for.
A chapless Brisbane. You've heard it here first from Elizabeth Arden.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wow. I think that's we've just got to move on to our second guest. We did hear a little bit from him just before. But
Yes.
are you happy to
Appreciate
stay
your time.
around?
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah, absolutely. And
Great.
you just duck straight into my pockets if you feel yourself getting chapped at all.
Look, I will admit, I am regretting a little bit inviting you into the home and not doing this in a space that I could hose out. It does seem like
I
I'm
have
going to have
heard
to
that
throw.
before. But this now is your balm chair.
That's my balm chair.
Yeah.
That is terrifying, but also thank you for your generosity.
You're so welcome.
You,
Thank you.
I have no idea how you collect so many bees
Yeah.
and coconuts in Brisbane.
No, but I guess not all heroes reveal their sources. So
Not all heroes wear capes that fly around in the back of their neck.
no, that's exactly right.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Our next guest is a friend of my friend Chris. Now, their name is Egbert, and Chris told me that, Egbert, that you've got an interest in potatoes.
Love potatoes. I've been growing them my whole life since I was 5 years old. I was actually in my backyard here in Brisbane. I do have a farm as well. I want to be clear. I'm a real farmer.
You are,
I'm a
okay.
real farmer. But I grew up in Milton, and my dad had a small plot out the back, and Dad was very keen on growing things, you see, and he chose potatoes. He didn't choose anything like you'd normally see, like there's no strawberries or anything in there, or tomatoes like people would usually jump to, but he went for potatoes, and he said it's just it's the roundness of them. You know, when you look at a potato, you think, oh, it's pretty round.
It's just pretty round.
It's pretty round. It's got some divots in it, you know, so it's sort of like you get to explore. Like I get what Elizabeth is on about, you know. Some of that feel aspect is good. Like the potato, you think it's going to be round, and then you got a surprise divot, and then you're back to the normal surface. You know, it's sort of. He was a real feel guy, and didn't make any issues that the potatoes were quite tasty too. He learnt after he'd finished feeling them. You know, so then
Also, it took a while before you ate the potato.
Well, yeah, when he first started, like this, I'm just secondhand information. You know, he started
okay.
growing when I was quite young, so I don't remember too well what he did with them first. But yeah, he said that was more his first motivation, and from there, you know, he just he ate them and thought, actually, they're pretty good potatoes.
Wow.
Better than the ones you get at the store, you know. So then he just kept growing them, and that sort of general passion passed through, you know. Sometimes I think, you know, maybe there's not a lot to it, but I think it's just when you grow up with something, you form a love. It's like a nostalgia.
Yeah,
You know?
a bit of a connection to your past, to your parents.
Yeah, me and Dad had a great time in the backyard growing things, and you know, feeling some nice potatoes. Great feel the ones we grow. Oh.
And so what about for you now, Egbert? You said you're growing them in your backyard. Are you still living in Milton?
Oh, I have a house in Milton. I do have
But you have a farm, you said.
I do.
You made that very clear distinction that you are a farmer, you own a farm.
Look, you know, I think every person who grows, you know, seriously wants to be known as a bit of a farmer. So, look, I have a farm. Admittedly, it's just another property in Milton. It's just got no house on it.
Okay. So
you
what's that, like 600 square?
It's about that, yeah.
It's not a very big farm, I'm afraid to say. But
Yeah, that's true. It's a hobby farm.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
still a farm. Thank
Yep.
you very much.
So, sorry.
If you don't mind.
I don't want to get... I'm sorry about that. Continue.
That's perfectly all right. People make that mistake. Yeah, I have a hobby farm, and you know, I do grow potatoes mostly. You know, I have dabbled into a few other things, some spinach, some occasional tomatoes, but I just can't seem to get them going like I do the potatoes. So
Yeah.
I've got a bit of an approach, you know, that I've found works for the potatoes.
What is your approach? Let's hear it.
Well, what I tend to do, it starts at around 6 a.m. each day. I'll go out there and I've have you ever heard of Frank Sinatra, Heather?
I have the famous jazz.
Yes,
Singer?
famous jazz singer. Yes, I sing a little bit of My Way, mostly just the chorus because that's all I know.
If you could sing just a little bit for us right now, that'd be just
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can remember what I did at 6 a.m. this morning.
yeah, just a little bit of the chorus.
Look, I'll do a very little bit. I did it my way.
That's beautiful.
That's about all I
Yeah.
do because
Yep.
that's about all I know.
Yep.
But I find if I repeat that about the magic numbers anywhere from 8 to 10, if I hit 12 times in a row, it seems like the potatoes really get a bit sad.
I imagine your neighbour's also a little bit sad.
Oh, yeah. Look, I've definitely had a few complaints, yeah. The police have come up a couple of times, that's right. But, my potatoes are pretty great most of the time. So all I've really been doing is giving them potatoes. And,
yeah, right.
And it seems to keep the police away.
That's interesting. I assume your neighbours as well. They're maybe a little bit miffed by why you only know the first line of the chorus of My Way, and maybe telling you learn the rest of the song, please.
Look,
but the potatoes obviously are, as Elizabeth might put it, bumming those lips.
Absolutely, and in life, other people will always try and tell you how to live your life, and what you should and shouldn't do. But I know potatoes. My neighbours might not like the sounds they hear, but my potatoes do.
Yeah.
So why change a formula that works?
Why change it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So your potatoes, obviously, that's your morning routine. You're singing to them.
Yeah.
You're obviously tending to them through the day, and they're obviously growing to a high standard. How big are your potatoes coming out at typically?
6 feet.
It's a 6-foot potato.
Yeah.
It's a big
That's-
potato.
It's a big potato.
Just to put that in our metric, that's nearly 2 meters.
It's nearly 2 meters, yeah.
Is that radius or circumference?
It's circumference. Yeah.
Huge potato still.
Huge potatoes.
How's this happening? Because as I know it, a potato typically I could hold in my hand. 6-foot potato.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Well, they're genetically modified.
Oh.
It's a home deal.
Home deal genetic modification.
Look, what I'm trying to say is I have a lab.
You have a lab.
I have a lab, yeah. Dad started this when we were younger. That was one of the secrets. I don't want to give away too much like Elizabeth did, but look, I feel like we know each other. So I feel like I can share. Yeah, well, we have a lab downstairs, and over time we just kept, playing with the seeds. We thought, we'll put a bit of salt in there. Did nothing, surprisingly. Put a bit of maybe pepper in there too. Still did nothing. Then we managed to bottle love. It took a lot of work. It took the whole family to come in. There was some singing involved and another secret recipe, but not all above board. That sounded wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's
Which
all
song
normal.
exactly, though?
Which
Did you
song?
Yeah. I'd love to just understand a little bit more about how to find
Yeah.
love. So I'd like to know what song you sing to bottle it.
That's a fantastic question. Let me just try and remember back all those years to when we first did it.
So you haven't changed it. You haven't changed the recipe.
I
when you
haven't
initially
needed
did
it.
Yeah.
I'm a man of tradition. I don't know if I didn't give that away, but I am a man of tradition. Once something works, why change it,
Two generations of potato farming, obviously.
Exactly. I think it was Alicia Keys' New York at the time.
That checks out.
And, it just she has such passion and such soul, you can tell she really loves New York.
And it's about a city that never sleeps. And, when you're first in love, you don't sleep. So
That's exactly. And that's why the potatoes never really sleep. They just keep growing, and that's how they've gotten to be as big as they are.
So are you selling these potatoes, or are you?
Nah.
They're all for the family.
All for the family.
Because it does seem like there must be countries absolutely lining up at your doorstep looking for this magic food source, essentially.
Look, we've had a few offers.
You've had a few offers. Google's offered you.
Yeah, Facebook.
A lot of tech companies going for agriculture.
Yeah, I think they want to know how we bottle love. They don't even care about the potatoes.
And that must turn you off.
Boy, that boils my blood. I've had to tell so many of those tech freaks to get out of my house. They come in with gifts, you know. They say, "Oh, I'll buy you a jet plane," and you know, why would I want a jet plane?
Why would you?
Where's it going to take me to? I've got the best potatoes in the world right here. Why would I need to go anywhere else?
And you couldn't pack it and bring it with you on a jet plane.
Absolutely not. I'm told it's too much. And I've tried to put in oversized. You know how much it costs? My potatoes weigh 150 kilos each.
Wow. That's a heavy potato.
That is
Expensive
gigantic.
baggage. It is.
And how long are they taking to grow typically?
Around 2 to 3 weeks.
This is incredible. Egbert, you're sitting on something amazing right there.
What can I say? You know, that's why I'm so passionate about the potatoes. And they've become my life work. And like Elizabeth, you know, they don't make me any money.
Again, shocking that it doesn't.
I know. I mean, you know,
and it shouldn't. That's beautiful.
Thank you. You want?
Oh, wow.
That's really thoughtful.
Birds of a feather here.
Thank you, Elizabeth. But you know, that's not what it's about. It's about passion. And it's about family.
So talking about family, do you have any family that you're passing on to the potato passion?
I have a turtle.
You got a turtle.
Yeah. His name's Frank. Look, he's
Sinatra?
named after Sinatra. Yeah. And that's a good pickup. Thank you. Look, I don't know if he's going to take in my footsteps. I've tried to get him in the lab, but he doesn't really seem engaged, you know?
I imagine I would have guessed being a turtle.
Yeah? Oh. I guess I had higher hopes.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's the problem. People do say to me, you know, turtle's not going to learn, but, you know, I don't like to give up on things. That's been what serves me well. But, you know, I think at some point I probably should admit that, he's not gonna take on my skill set and be a great potato grower. So I probably should just bury my knowledge in the ground somewhere, you know, maybe in a time capsule. You think that's a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really believe in a time capsule.
Yeah?
And I think it's just beautiful the way that you're still taking excellent care of Frank, even though he has disregarded you and disgraced your family.
Wow. When you put it like that, he's kind of a bad guest, isn't he?
Nah, but yes, he is. But the way that you're still just turning the other cheek with Frank is shockingly beautiful.
Are you saying I should off Frank?
No.
No?
No. I was trying to think about how to do a wink for
Did I
a
get the wrong?
podcast, but
I got it. I saw it.
Wow, yeah.
All right, just checking if you were saying that or not.
So not I just want to make sure as myself that I'm not endorsing the slaughter of any turtles.
No, just good. No, I didn't think that was from
No
you.
one-
I was
It
just,
did seem like you
I
were
got
really
confused.
taking that as an option though.
I was just taken aback
Taking
that someone would suggest that.
which
I
is fine
wouldn't-
to take it back because turtles have a shell. So
That's-
you're absolutely fine there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
do you like jokes?
I like jokes. Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
occasional joke. Why, you got a joke?
No, I was wondering if you had any good jokes about potatoes.
Oh, gee, let me think.
I can see a joke in your eye. I think you've got one in you.
Oh, thanks. That's really supportive, Elizabeth. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Why does a potato grow in soil?
Ooh.
A thinker. Why, Egbert?
I'm not sure. Do you know?
And that is
What a thinker.
That is a thinker of a joke. It layers.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I've been working on that one for a bit, so
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of laughs from Frank from that one?
Look, I take his neutral expression to be laughter. So yes,
I mean, yeah, it must be all the time then that you just.
he's constantly cackling. Basically, life's about a positive outlook, Heather, and that's what I've chosen to take. So I'm pretty sure that's right for Frank.
Yeah.
He's just laughing all the time.
I also heard that when turtles put their head back inside their shell, it's because they're gasping for air. They've been laughing so hard. So if Frank is ever retracting into his shell, that means you've really hit his funny bone or his funny shell.
He doesn't do that.
Oh.
Oh, he's always out and about.
That's
Sorry to bring that up. Then
Jesus Christ.
Now, I don't
not-
want to, just to change the topic a little bit from Frank. He seems like a downer. Just
Sorry about Frank.
No, that's okay. I was wondering, obviously, you've managed as a family unit to bottle love, which
Yes.
into some sort of genetic code that you've been able to put into potatoes to make them grow
Yes.
to massive sizes.
Exactly.
Do you think there's any application in Elizabeth's lip balm? Obviously, another homebrew recipe. Sounds like could be a lot of crossover. Maybe some.
Sounds like you're trying to set us up here, Heather. We're trying to get us to work together.
That's a bit cheeky, isn't
well,
it?
well, well.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there is some application there. Well, I don't know. But I suppose if... maybe that's a bit nefarious, but all I could
Go
think
on.
of was, I suppose if we were to add our special love recipe, God, sorry, that sounds wrong. What I mean is, bottled love to your
Definitely
lip balm.
sounds better as bottled love.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
I'm working on.
I appreciate that.
I haven't done too many interviews, Heather. You see, so I'm working on my language here. If we were to put that into the lip balm, I suppose perhaps you could make someone feel more love towards you. That might be, you could use that power
I like that
well
idea.
or poorly.
What I'd be super scared about, though, if we were to collaborate on that level,
Yeah.
is that if your potatoes are growing to 2 meters in 3 to 4 weeks or
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks,
2 to 3, 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
I'd worry that I would accidentally enter the lip filler industry without knowing it.
Oh.
That would be a huge risk.
And you wouldn't
me.
want to touch the
I'm-
lip fillers?
No, absolutely not. I
'Cause-
don't even believe in lip colour. So,
Yes, so
a
any
lip
other-
filler, yeah, I would. I thought this would could be a magical partnership, but that is a concern of mine. I love the idea of bottled love, but not if it expands lips or changes their shapes at all, because I am a lip purist and a lip balm purist. Yeah.
Also, a lip purist and lip balm purist.
Yeah, they sort of they
Yeah.
cross over there. Yeah, okay.
Do you like eating a potato, Elizabeth?
I do like a potato.
You do like a potato?
I have pretty solid feelings for potatoes, if I'm honest. I often take them as fries. That's how I start off with. But then
What?
sometimes I'd
Oh.
you
You don't.
you
You make it into fries?
sometimes I make them into fries. Do you only boil potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You scream
You've-
a potato boiler for me. Yeah.
You've never put even a part of your potatoes in some hot oil.
No. Why would you do that?
See, that's
The
a
potatoes are
collaboration we
delicious.
could make, because I've got a lot of coconut oil. We could put them
wait.
on your potatoes and make
Wait.
some pretty heart healthy fries, if I'm honest.
Does it? What's it do to 'em?
It makes them a bit crispy, you know?
Okay.
Like
What's
they'll
it-
make a crunch sound.
What about the taste?
Pretty good.
It would be like trying to describe a rainbow to someone that has never seen. Is the taste?
That sounds pretty good.
It's
Well, I'm imagining any food. I think it does sound like you've only eaten potatoes for your entire life.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly. So I imagine pretty much any other flavor is going to be just mind-blowing to you.
I feel like I have to take it in steps. I haven't
Have you
done
tried
much with
salt?
food. We tried that on the seeds,
That's
but
right.
I haven't tried it on the potato. No, I've
You've
just
never
I've
tried
gone
it on
straight
the-
potato. Is that not?
have you ever put butter on a potato?
No.
Yeah. I've got to say, you are missing out on a lot of versions of the potato by keeping this so insular in your family.
Jeez, I do start to feel like maybe I've lived a bit of an insular life.
Maybe it's time to branch out.
Maybe I am feeling a bit wild actually. Salt and pepper,
Yeah.
coconut oil.
Egbert, I feel like I want to take you on a magic carpet ride and sing you the Aladdin song as we just look at the different condiments available to the basic Brisbane population.
What a beautiful image, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Yeah. I do see myself as a bit of a creative, and what a carpet ride we'd have on a beige carpet, looking at some beige condiments, and I just want to open your eyes to that.
That's really thoughtful.
And even if the carpet stops working, I'm full of gunk would land safely and smoothly and be fine.
You could pretty much...
Look, oh wow! Wait,
Wow.
the gunk gets in the way. It gets in the way of magic as well.
It does, yeah. Sometimes it does. It will weigh down the carpet in a way that it's not comfortable with. So, but we'll have a smooth landing no matter what.
Could you go skydiving, Elizabeth, and without a parachute? and
Oh,
be abs-
regularly, yeah.
Regularly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's excellent, yeah. Because sometimes, especially like where I have my arms sitting next to my pockets, if I just to slightly lift my arm, a film sort of appears, and it's kind of like
Oh, you got a wingsuit.
yeah, it's sort of like a wingsuit by
Wow.
accident. It's not a real wingsuit; it's just the balm.
You really are of some kind of superhero nature.
Oh yeah, thank you. But
Wow.
gosh, I'd love to show you the condiment world.
You know, I'm kind of curious. I'm quite shocked that the balm's so strong they can make it into a wingsuit.
Yeah,
Your balm is endless.
yes,
There's more to life than potatoes.
there is, and but don't take potatoes out. We're just going to add a little bit to
I'm
the
not
potato.
taking potatoes.
You
out.
keep boiling potatoes,
Crazy.
and we could put butter and salt on that. Goosebumps. I got goosebumps talking about it.
I'm excited, but I must say I'm a little bit scared.
That's the right. That's the right
Is that the
reaction.
normal? Yeah.
Now, we are coming to the end of our time here, but
Oh,
I've just got
goodness.
one last question for the both of you. Just something I ask all my guests is, what's your favourite thing to do in Brisbane? How about you, Elizabeth?
Oh, thank you for asking that. That's a beautiful thought. I mean, other people don't like it when I do this, but I do love a city cat ride.
Love a city cat
I love
ride.
a city cat ride. Sometimes on the city cat they call me the snail because I leave a trail. But I'm pro
Wow.
city cat.
Wow, pro city cat.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like
what I like to do in
a
Brisbane.
great time. I think I have actually been on a city cat after you've
Yeah.
been there. Or-
If you were to hear the snail of the brown snake, that's also
That's
what
you.
I'm less affectionately known as.
wow. A local celebrity.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's,
How about yourself, Egbert? What's your favourite thing to do in Brisbane?
well, you know, I used to enjoy going to IMAX.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when it was IMAX, the 3D was really something. You ever go the first time it opened?
I don't think I did.
Blew my mind.
But
now
what did you go see?
I can't even remember what it was called, but it was it was a movie enhanced solely for the fact of 3D. It was right there at the opening. First
Did I
time it
happen
opened.
to run into you at James and the Giant Peach?
Maybe why?
Well, I just think, did that potentially inspire some of the things that have occurred in your life?
Are you trying to say that it came from the giant peach thing?
I'm just
You know,
spitballing here, but
I don't know. I never thought about that.
Hmm.
It was a pretty important moment in my life, though. Anyway, I go to South Bank Cinemaplex now. It's the same building or same
Yeah,
area, I
yeah.
think, but not the same shebangs it once had. But it's still good. I like to see occasional movies. I quite enjoy a good romantic comedy.
do you?
Yeah.
I also happen to like a good romantic comedy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, sparks flying.
Oh, gee.
I hope you never see a movie about the Irish potato famine. It might break your heart.
The what?
But we do have to end there. Thank you both for being guests on the podcast, and thanks for listening to Friend of a Friend City.
Thank you,
very
Heather.
much.
Heather, it's Louisa. I am so sorry. I know you wanted an excellent, sort of real business goer guest for your podcast, but I had two Elizabeth Ardens in my phone and I accidentally went for the wrong one. I really wanted to get you a big wig makeup brand legend, but I accidentally got you the greasiest person I know, and I will pay your cleaning bill. You just send me the bill. I'm so sorry. But thank you. She said you were very kind, but I'm so sorry.
Hey Heather, it's Chris. Look, I just wanted to call you up and say, thanks for having Egbert on. Egbert, I haven't seen him this ecstatic in years, quite frankly. He seems to now be getting out all the time, and he was going on runs the other day. He went on a boat ride. He's absolutely changed, He's just seemed to be a very boring potato man, but now I think he's gone and got a tattoo as well. He's really come out of his, shell, let's say, or his skin, if I wanted to use a potato pun. So whatever you did, thank you very much. He is a changed man. A strange, but changed man. See ya.